Hi, this is Greg Gross, and this is my final screencast project for my IT Net 124 class. My topic is using and managing keys. The outline of my screencast is as follows. First, I'm just going to have a little bit of an overview on algorithms and keys in general. I'm going to talk a little bit about digital certificates. Then I have two demonstrations, one on using digital certificates for sending secure email, and a demonstration on setting up a certificate server using Windows 2003. Before I start, I just thought I would bring this into it. When I first started the project, the thought that came to my mind when I thought of encryption and keys was the machines that they used on submarines in the World War II movies. And looking it up, I found out they called those machines Enigma machines, and they were used, and they used keys for encrypting data and sending data across distances. So this idea of encryption and keys has been around a long time, and I just thought it'd be interesting to share that. Crypto algorithms and keys, there's basically two types. There's symmetric and asymmetric. With symmetric algorithms, the same key that is used to encrypt the data is used to decrypt the data. And because the same key is used for encryption and decryption, a weakness is there when you have to get the key to the receiver to decrypt the information. The weakness is that the vulnerability of that key could be intercepted and used to decrypt the message. There's the couple of popular algorithms for symmetric algorithms are DES and 3DES. DES stands for Data Encryption Standard. However, DES is no longer a standard, as it has been cracked, and currently the AES is the official standard for symmetric algorithms. Asymmetric algorithms, there is where we have two keys, a public key and a private key. So the whole concept of public key cryptography evolves around asymmetric algorithms. The public key is shared with parties and is used to decrypt data, when a private key is not shared and it's used to encrypt the data. And the fact that the keys don't have to be shared makes it a more secure method of encryption. I thought I'd share this. This is an analogy I came across, and it helped to make sense for me, and so I thought I'd share it. This is a post office analogy of basically in this, Bob is looking to send Alice a secret message, and what he does is Bob asks Alice to send him her unlocked public lockbox to him through regular mail, and keep her key to that lockbox, but keep it unlocked. And then when Bob would receive it, he would put his secret message in it and lock it. And then Bob doesn't have the key for it, so he'd send it to her, and she has the private key, and she can open up that box and obtain the secret message. So that kind of worked for me a little bit in terms of understanding the concept, and so I thought I'd share that and throw it in here. I also came across this diagram, which I thought was very informative. There's a lot going on in here, but basically shows how keys are used for not only encrypting messages, but also encrypting a hash, which is another algorithm, encrypting this hash to create a digital signature, which is then also transferred. And that helps not only with securing the data, but it also helps to make sure the data is coming from the source that it's supposed to be coming from, and that's kind of the concept behind the digital signature. This is a picture of a digital certificate. This is one that I got off of a website for Newegg. There's a lot of information contained in there, and you'll see that a little bit more as I get into my demonstration. And I think from here I'm going to go ahead and get into my demonstrations. I'm going to start with my demonstration on using digital certificates for sending secure email. Okay, now I'd like to demonstrate the use of digital certificates in sending secure email. First what I want to do is I have created a Windows Mail account here, and I'm going to just send an unsecure email before we go ahead and go through purchasing and installing digital certificates. So I'm going to send this to my email at school. I can remember it. There it is. Okay, and then we'll just go and open that email from school. If we can find it, there it is. And so, okay, so that's what it looked like before we secured it, and we'll see what the differences are after we secure it. A couple things I want to do before I go to purchase that digital certificate is I just want to examine this account a little bit. And also under security, I have no certificates selected, and I have none here to select at this point. So, okay. Now what I want to do is go to VeriSign's website, and I'm at the page here for purchasing digital IDs for secure email. And one thing I'll mention is if you have time on this site, if you read these documents here, they're very informative. It might be worth some time, but I'm not going to do that now. Go ahead and purchase certificate. Select the browser I'm using, and then it brings up this form, VeriSign Class 1 Digital ID for Microsoft Internet Explorer, and it's an enrollment form. Then I'm going to complete. I'm going to select for a 60-day trial, free trial, and I'll complete this. I'll pause and complete this. I just want to show a couple other things here before I do that. This shows that the cryptographic service provider for this is going to be Microsoft Cryptographic Provider version 1. There's several other options here. I'm going to stick with the default. And then down here it gives you an option to select this box, and this will allow us to have some additional level and some customization levels of securing the private key that comes with this. So I'm going to go ahead and pause that now and complete the completion of this, and we'll pick up after that. Okay, I've got that completed. I'm going to go ahead and accept that and confirm my email address. Accept that. Okay. Okay, step 2 is just informing me that I should be receiving an email from the Digital ID Center within an hour, and that will give me further instructions, so I'll continue along and we'll have to come back to that. Okay, so I'm going to go check my emails now, and I indeed have an email from VeriSign. And I'm going to pause while I familiarize myself with these instructions, and we'll pick up again. Okay, this is simply telling me to go to this website and then paste my PIN into it, and we'll go ahead and submit that. I'll have to white out my PIN on the final versions, or I won't be using this email for secure email. I'll pause a second here. Okay, it took me to this next step, which is step 4, and here it shows me my digital ID, and that it has been successfully generated. It shows the organization and some information on it, and it gives me the option to go ahead and install it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.